Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dog himself. Listen, I want to give a quick live feed with you guys this afternoon because I'm getting a lot of phone calls, people asking about, of course, the grants and stuff, but also in regards to business funding. And what I want to go over is five problems I think that's keeping a lot of people from getting a business loan. You may have heard it before. I'm pretty sure I brought majorities up on different videos I have in regards to why you can't get a business loan and what particular things the lenders are looking for. But I want to give just a quick refresher in regards to that. So not necessarily if you say that, hey, I have one of these issues or this is something that's going on with me, more so to find a way to circumvent or correct the problem. So when the time comes about that for you to try to apply for a loan, you already have that stuff mitigated or reduced the least possible. Okay. Right now, streaming live on Facebook, Instagram. I should have went on. I ain't do the Instagram or TikTok. I wish I had did it, but I think we just LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube right now. Feel free to chime in. Again, I want to go over five problems that keep you from getting a business loan. Um, Mr. Sheldon always talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, investing. We got over 300 videos on the channel. Got a grant playlist with over 150 grants. We have videos covering business management, business finance, and business operation. So if y'all follow us on the YouTube channel now, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. If y'all follow us, hit that dollar sign in the bottom right hand corner to subscribe to the channel. Again, right now, I just want to go over with you guys five things that keep you from getting a business loan. The first one is, just having bad business credit. What I mean by, thanks for tuning in. Um, what I mean by bad business credit, that means that again, you have established business credit. This is not something hindering on your personal credit or anything like that, but you've had an issue here and there, hiccup here and there, and you have not corrected it. It's one thing to try to establish all these different lines of credit and trade lines and things like that, which I know a lot of people are going crazy to do. But once you got that tax ID established and you got it credible and reputable in regards to the eye of the lender, you have to still do right about it. I think a lot of times people, from what I've encountered, I've been in the game 20 years, people want not to get business credit to get loans. They want to get business credit to be able to acquire things because they've done something, questionable or, probably unfavorable on their personal credit. So the thought process is let me get business credit so I can do some of the things I can't do on the personal side with never fixing the personal. Then when they do that and they get a business credit established, now you got issue, and then they do something probably not the best of judgment with the business credit. Now you got all kind of stuff going haywire. So when we start talking about things that can hinder you from getting a business loan, the first thing is bad business credit. Remember, I always say, guys, business is all about relationships. Now, I would tell you guys, we don't want to get in a situation where we're going to a bank applying for loans and things like that. We want to be able to go had that relationship where we're talking to the actual business bank or whoever the branch manager or lender there. They know you by first name. They're familiar with your business. And when you want to acquire funds, upsize, be able to have, cash accessible to you, you want to be able to make a phone call so you can do that kind of stuff. We want to always avoid just filling out applications and putting stuff in, and people can't put a face to us and know exactly what we do. So that's why, I'm a big proponent of relationship banking. I know you see a lot of videos about get your tax ID, get this kind of stuff, apply for these trade lines and stuff like that. It can work, but also the thing of it is when you move in that kind of fashion, when things get taken away, the whole human aspect is out of it. Well, you could call somebody and say, hey, you know what's going on? My money kind of funny. Can you, increase my line of credit, extend my loan payments, waive my payment this month? That's straight business banking when they know you can do that. But when you tie it in, you've got this particular thing going on in regards to where you just went through a system and no one knows who you are, you lose all that. Okay, so that's why I'm a big proponent of relationship banking. But the first thing, again, that causes problem you for getting a business loan is having that bad business credit. Once you got that business credit established, protect it. Okay. The second thing is, and this is before we can get to that, is bad personal credit. Simply if we get a business loan, and I'm gonna do a video in regards to being a personal guarantor, typically getting a business loan, most business loans are going to ask somebody to be a personal guarantor for the loan. Usually they want you to have 700 credit score. You have different lenders that have varying amounts that they look at. Um, typically, if they kind of a little bit lax with your personal credit score in regards to your business loan, if you're being a personal guarantor, you're probably going to have to pay a higher rate. Just kind of keep in mind, the more they work with you, the higher the cost, right? If you know you have challenges with credit, always kind of keep that in mind. You're not, we're talking about usual cases, okay? You have some things that pop up here and there, but usual cases, if they're going to give you a loan and you have credit challenges, the cost for the loan is going to be higher. Just kind of keep that in mind with doing it. You can make the decision right then and there, like, hey, I need this money, but the cost to acquire this money is too much. What I mean, the cost, we're talking about the rate and the payments with that. But that bad personal credit is a big hindrance. Like I said, again, usually most lenders will want you to have around about a credit 700 credit score. Or it's a personal guarantor. Of course, again, they do have products where they don't require that, but most of them are going to ask you to do that. Have a personal guarantor and have over 700 credit score. I apologize with that. So kind of keep that in mind. And again, we're not looking at particular things to avoid it. We just make sure we're aware of it. So again, we're protecting our business credit. We're protecting our personal credit. And the third thing is insufficient time in business. What I mean by insufficient time in business, like you just got this new startup and you're sitting there, you haven't, you have may have experience with it, but your business hasn't been established long enough. You don't have a history of making revenue or doing anything and stuff. Hey, Sonya, thanks for tuning in. You don't have a store history or just any kind of length of time they can look back and say, hey, he's been in business 6 months, a year. They're making money. We can give them a loan and not be sweating about it. So you have to understand that insufficient time in business is very critical, because that's the way that a bank, again, because you may not have established actual business credit by being in business, but the length of time that you can show more success, that makes you more favorable to a lender. So you coming out of the gate, you just opened up. You got your LLC, you got your tax ID, you got your business license and everything. You're established. The structure is there. But because you haven't been making any money or doing any kind of transactions, it's hard for any kind of lender to validate giving you any kind of funding, because, again, you haven't, established that. Again, we don't look at it as a deterrent. We always got to do what? We got to pivot to make sure that we got things in place for that, okay? So the best thing to do when you're looking at it in terms of, I don't have enough transactional history to substantiate somebody lending me money, just make your plan. Okay, I need to be making X amount of dollars in 1 month, X amount of dollars in 3 months, X amount of dollars in 6 months, and a year, and have that relationship going back to the bank relationship with the lender. How much income do you need to see? Do you need to see how much you're making in a month, every quarter, a year, 2 or 3 years? What do you need to see for it to be favorable in your eyes? Remember, I would tell you guys, don't spend time trying to figure out what a bank wants, by listening to another person. Go to the bank and find out what the bank wants. So if you're going to get a loan from Chase, Wells Fargo, your local credit union, go talk to them and find out what they want to see, because you'll spend too much time trying to correct things that don't need to be corrected. I get people call me all the time. They're saying, well, listen, I just need to raise my credit score. I need to do this, that, and that. And the bank may not necessarily put a lot of weight in the credit score. They may put a lot more weight into the length of transaction you have, how long you've been making money, what kind of collateral you got. Those kind of things may be more important to a particular lender. So you got to kind of keep that in mind and not waste time trying to figure out what they want. Go talk to them, okay? So again, that third one was insufficient time in business. The fourth one is cash flow limitations. What I mean by cash flow limitation, we're talking about 5 things that can hinder you from getting a business loan. The fourth one is cash flow limitation. What we mean by cash flow limitation is the actual cash you have on hand with your business. A lot of times with businesses, it depends, especially, if you're not doing straight transactional sales, we're talking about straight any kind of billing or invoicing, anything like that. Your money is coming in, in cycles or cyclical. Whereas you may do a job, you send the invoice out, you may get your money in anywhere from 30 to 45, maybe 60 days. So your money's coming in like this. It's coming, but it's just coming in different cycles and flows. So what happens a lot of times, your bills are steady coming in at a steady rate. But if your money's coming in kind of just like that, it's very hard unless you're going to be, you can be disciplined with your budget. But if you can go a whole month without money coming in, and they may come in every other month, just or coincidentally they did that particular time, you still need money in, and you need to be able to figure out how in the world you're going to do that. Now, from a lender's eyes, you say, "Hey, I just need a little money to bridge the gap. While I'm waiting for this." They do have bridge loan. They do have products like that to do, especially invoice factoring. Make sure you check out that video I did about lending products 101. Let me kind of just think one. I want to make sure while I'm looking this up, and I just give you guys the exact video with it. I did where I broke down all the different kind of loan products that you could have in regards to lending products. I want to get that to you guys. Especially talking about cash flow, because I broke down the old piece on invoice factoring and those kind of products where you actually can have lenders that will give you loans based on the actual invoice and income you have coming in. Hold on 1 second. I think I got it. Sure, I think that I did this video back in September, October. That's it. Business credit and loans 101, the short dollar way. Look at that video, Business Credit and Loans 101. What I did in that video, it's about a 10-minute video. I went through all the different loan products between business loans, business line of credits, business credit cards, invoice factoring, equipment leasing, and equipment financing. Broke all of them down, what they are, the pros and cons of each one. So check out that video, Business Credit and Loans 101, from me, from Mr. Short Dollar. It was Business Credit and Loans 101, the short dollar way. I did that a couple of months ago, but I broke down all those products. But I want you guys to check that out in regards. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the link on the chat. Y'all bear with me. I'm a Atlanta Public School graduate, so your boy don't think as swift as I used to. Let me get this in. Type this in now. Take that video out, and like I said, that video breaks down everything in regards to the different loan products. But again, that cash flow limitation is very, very crucial, because a bank looking at you have money coming in just like that, they can't feel comfortable, but they don't necessarily know if you got money coming in a steady amount to be able to pay them back. Okay. Fifth one, this is the last thing, and this is probably what a lot of people encounter with a lot of those PPP and NIDA loans. Because a lot, with the past COVID disaster, probably the first time a lot of the people were actually dealing with the federal government. I've acquired several SBA loans over the years, six-figure SBA loans over the years prior to COVID. So I was familiar with dealing with the red tape. Now, again, a regular SBA loan and a disaster loan, totally different. A regular SBA loan usually is like a 40 or 50 page application. With these disaster loans, they ask nowhere near the information. And I know it may seem like a lot. It was your first time dealing with the federal government or SBA loans. But if you get a regular SBA loan, it is hell, because again, like I said, it's a 40, 50 page application. But going back to number 5 is missing documents, information. You got to have all your stuff together. And far too often, people go to a lender and they go and then they put in the application, and then the lender comes back to them with this checklist they need to have back from them. This goes back to the first thing that I said in the video in regards to relationship banking. Guys, you have to already try to make a relationship or have some kind of conversation with the lender already to find out, hey, what do y'all need to see? What's going on? That way, when it's time to shake, rattle, and roll, you already got everything together. We don't want to be reactive to everything. We're like, man, they ask for this, they ask for that. And I don't even know what that is, where it's coming from. But if you go talk to them on the front end and have conversations like, hey, I'm Deonte Burden. Hey, listen, this is what I'm trying to do in regards to, getting a loan for my business. Tell me what I need, what I need to do or what I need to have. They can say, hey, listen, come back to us in a month, 6 months, whatever, and have A, B, C, D, F, and G. but you've had the conversation, right? You don't want to be in a situation where you feel like you're ready. You go down to the lender, you try to get funding, and then they tell you, hey, listen, you got to have all this stuff, and you're clueless, but you're desperate for money right then and there. The bad part about that is when we do last minute stuff, we're gonna make rush moves. We go because the situation is probably the most favorable with the lowest rate for us. We aren't able to get that because we're rushing. Because we ain't got time to wait. We got to hurry up and get it. So we go to somebody that's gonna give us a loan without all the restrictions. But what I said before, at a higher cost, at a higher rate, and it's probably not the best situation for you. So just try to be a little proactive in regards to having all that missing information and documents. Again, that was 5 things that can prevent you from getting a loan with that. Some basic business alternatives you can do. You can have business credit cards in place, which aren't that hard to get. And then you get a business credit card with a higher amount. That may be a little bit more challenging. I know you guys seen a ton of videos that can tell you to do this and do that. Anything is possible. I'm just to be honest with you, I've been in business 20 years, working in the financial service industry. It's not that easy to get it. And it's not, I think it was just that simple for somebody to put that on a video for you to do it. Everybody will have it. I would just say it's an option. You can get you a business credit card, I would say around by best case scenario, depending on what kind of money you're making, it might be at $20-some thousand. And that probably, if you got a business that's making probably about, 50 grand, a startup credit card may be a couple $1,000s that somebody may give you. We're just talking about alternatives. If you do have any kind of challenges with getting it, you can try to get investors. You can do apply for grants. We have the grant playlist on Mr. Short Dollar, over 150 grants that are active that you guys should take advantage of. Talk to family and friends. You can save, or you can work on your situation with that. But again, I wanted to go over that with you guys in regards to the top 5 things that can hinder you from getting a business loan. Now, let me go through the chat, see if anybody got any questions. What's the question? I'm sorry. I'm a little late. What about startups? What is your question about startups? What is your question about startups? That's the question I want to ask. Even with startup, if you're talking about for startup lending, that's, in general, it's going to be very difficult in regards to getting kind of initial kind of funding if you're a startup business, unless you already have some kind of something substantiating. I've actually got $150,000 SBA loan. This is all pre-COVID. These just regular SBA loans with a startup business. But I had enough collateral. I had enough experience for this to substantiate that. So, can startups get funding with doing it? I think it's not that difficult for startups to get funding if you have some things that kind of substantiate it, be it experience, be it collateral, things like that. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's the most easiest. Let me get this. That's what I'm asked about difficulty I've turned down before. It's not uncommon for a startup. It's not uncommon for a startup to be turned down. I always say, turn the table around. If you're a complete stranger, and or if I was a complete stranger and I'm coming to you asking you for money, what would you want to hear besides my ideas for the lending? You have to understand that when you're a startup business, you got to figure out what you're going to bring to the table, be it collateral, be it experience. What are you going to be able to do with that? Because you're at a high risk. You're starting up and you're looking for funding. Now, if you already have some kind of collateral, some things that can substantiate, that's fine. Be realistic about, be honest about what you want to be realistic about what you can get also. Remember, lenders are in business to make money and they get paid off fines. The fees, the fines, and most importantly, interest payments. So it behooves them to give you the loan. But you got to be realistic about where you at for them to give, your maturation as a business, for them to give you any kind of funding. I would say, just go in baby steps about it. Take you a lot of times in regards to, in regards to your business growth. If it takes you a little bit of time in regards to saving and building everything up, and as you go, you can substantiate again off those things we just talked about to help you get funding, that'd be fine. But initial out the gate, it's going to be challenging. only unless you have decent credit on the personal side. If you have over credit or 700 credit score on the personal side, it wouldn't be too difficult for you to get business credit cards, but getting business loans because you're a little bit more favorable as a guarantor. But it's not the easy to do that. But that goes back to the original point we talk about relationship banking. Go to the lenders, have a conversation with them. Don't spend so much time trying to figure it out or listen to videos. Go down to Chase, go down to Wells, go down to SunTrust, go down to your local community bank, and have a conversation. Introduce yourself. This is what I'm trying to do. Talk to 3 different banks. Tell them where you're at, what you're trying to do. If you can't do anything now, if I need to do something 3, 6 months, 6 months or a year from now, what do I need to do to be able to get any kind of funding from you guys? Have that conversation. Wrong one built over there in your business ain't gonna be built overnight either. So I just think that if you have the proper approach, proper planning, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But when we start talking about the whole startup thing, we got to make sure when we look at a startup, how that startup view, having the proper structure in place. Make sure you incorporate. You got your licenses, you got your tax ID, you got your accounts, you got all that stuff. Maybe have your social media, have all that structure set up first, and not coming to them with an idea of this is what I want to do. When we look at startups, I think people get that word clouded in regards to startups, and looking at it and saying that, hey, this is a startup business we just open up. You need to make sure that it's actually a business first that's just newly opening up, as opposed to a startup idea. Once you have that structure in place, then you can make the sale from there. But again, that's why I want to make this video. Well, what I would try to push you is make sure that you recognize all the shortcomings that you may have in somebody else's eyes, and how you can mitigate the way they look at it. Okay, just like I've been a football coach 20 years. So I always look at it. You see, you look at your strengths and your weaknesses, and you know that another team looking at your strengths and weaknesses. You look at your weaknesses, you know what they are. You just try to find a way to mitigate your weaknesses so they don't take advantage of it. Same thing in business. You know that they're going to be asking some of these questions that you may be in an unfavorable situation. What is your response going to be to it? Okay, you got to get out of saying that, hey, they won't give me this, they keep saying that. How are you going to fix that? Is that something you can fix? Is it something that you can get around? Is it something that you can kind of, bury a little bit? So you have to just figure that kind of stuff out. Business ain't easy. If it were easy, everybody would do it. Everybody do it. And when you really want to be in business, you're going to have them issues where they're going to try you. Like, man, I ain't got time for this. Let me go back and get me a job. So you have to understand that. Like, y'all hear me say it all the time. I work 20 hours a day, so I don't have to work 40 hours a week. But I love doing what I do, so it's not a big thing. So we start talking about giving this funding and dealing with people, asking other people for their money. We already know how we feel giving strangers our money and stuff. And I'm not talking about, handing out food in a soup line. I'm talking about just really just giving people, any kind of assistance without knowing anything about them. How inclined would you be? I think it's easy to say that when you don't have it. When you have it, you don't know, because a bank can't stay in business too long. They just, writing out bad loans. So you have to make sure that you're putting yourself in a position to be received. Make sure the structure there. Make sure you got relationships there. Take care of everything that you can on your end. I hope I answered your question with that. Anybody else got any questions? I was just doing a quick live feed. I didn't know if anyone else got any questions. Again, we're talking about 5 problems to keep you from getting a business loan. But the floor is open, so if anybody got any questions, just let me know. If not, I probably have another live feed going on later on this afternoon. We got a lot more videos coming out and everything. I think this Thursday on the show at we had a show every Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm going to do my yearly how to do goal setting and plans, so I can break down exactly how to set goals for the year, how to make your plans, and how to implement everything. Mind your business production. That's pretty unique. You say you need help. All right, well, you got to be a little bit more descriptive with that. I can tell you this, sister, I need some help too. I need some spiritual help, some money help, everything. So what kind of help do you need? Let me know what you need help with. But again, like I said, with that said, mind your business production is filling me in with the help they need. Again, we do the yearly show at the end of the year in regards to how to set your goals and plans. And I tell you the realistic way on how to set your goals and plans for the upcoming year, so you actually can make the goals happen instead of just saying I'm gonna lose some weight, saying I'm gonna start a business, saying I'm gonna leave my job. I'm gonna give you the whole blueprint in regards to uh uh oh no, I'm here. I'm here for you now. No, you got me now. Mind your business. You got me now. That's what I'm saying. Tell me what you need help with. Tell me what you need help with. I'm here now. But even with the goals and just how to draft good plans and goals, and also how to implement them, and also how to check them to make sure they happen. So make sure you check out Mr. Short Dollar this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing our annual video in regards to goal setting with that. Trying to leave your job. What I want you to do is mind your business production says you want to leave a job, grants and loans. Now, I tell you this. Now, the easiest thing to do, I want you to do, we got over 300 videos on Mr. Short Dollar. I know at least 5 or 6 videos on what you need to do to leave your job, how to leave your 9 to 5. I did whole shows on that and everything. All that stuff is there. Over 300 videos. Check out those videos. And after you look at them videos, if you got any questions, let me know. But I can tell you, I got at least 5 or 6 videos in regards to how to leave your job. The whole blueprint on what you need to do, how you need to leave your job, as opposed to you may just be in a funk where you don't necessarily want to start your business, but you probably want your job gonna pay you more money. So check out those videos in regards to that, the grants and loans. Again, check out go down the grants playlist, go down the loans video. I just put a link in. I'll put it again. Business 101. This is a video I did in regards to explaining the difference between the different business and loan products. Check out that video right there. But if you go down to the playlist in regards to financing, it's over 300 videos on here, and I got it separated on the different playlists. The ones maybe for business, investing, and the ones for financing. But we got tons of videos on there. Basic questions that will give you enough information where you'll be knowledgeable. Like, okay, these are different products. These are some of the things that are out there. But definitely check out that Business 101 loan. That's a very good video. I put a lot of time in that video, and a lot of folks can look at. But I broke down all the different loan products again, from business loans, business lines of credit, invoice factoring, equipment financing. I know I'm forgetting something, but I broke down the pros and cons, what to look for. So just check out that video. I think that'll give you a whole lot of insight, different products out there. Check out all the videos in regards to, I give coaching in regards to relationship banking and meet with your bankers and setting those goals and stuff like that. But it's a ton of information out there. But I got you covered on that. But look through that first, and I think you'll be able to find some good stuff on there. Who is the best person to proofread my business plan when it's complete? Good question. Go to the link in the description section of this video for Fiverr. You can go and hit that link. Use that link. That's a Short Dollar link. Find somebody to proofread your business plan. They got people all around the world. You can get somebody to do that. If you don't find anyone through Fiverr, but I'm about sure you can. You got people that draft business plans, people that can review your business plan. And the good part about Fiverr is it's a freelance website. We got people all over the world that are doing it for different amounts. So you can look at the ratings, what they have and stuff like that. But use that link that I got in the description section of this video, the Fiverr link, and find somebody to proofread your business plan. And Don Olivier, and I apologize. I know he's a regular on my channel. I apologize if I'm saying your last name wrong. I apologize. But if you don't find anybody on Fiverr, you can always go to Upwork, UPWORK. That's another freelance website. They're a little bit more expensive. Again, they just as credible, but they're a little bit more straight in line. You may have people that are familiar with, that are proficient with drafting business plans on Fiverr, or looking over contracts and stuff like that on Fiverr. But Upwork more has straight attorneys. They have straight accountants. They have straight engineers that are certain, with all these different tags that you're going to pay. You wouldn't pay the same amount of money if you go probably to a local person, but it's more expensive than Fiverr. But again, as far as credibility, you can always look at the ratings on everybody for the different freelancers that are there. Okay. But definitely check out the link on Fiverr. And I think you'll be able to find somebody to proofread your business plan and give you insight. And again, like I said, beautiful Fiverr, you can see all the ratings from there. Okay, mind your business. I'm getting credit my business name, just not a big line yet. Uh check out the videos. I wouldn't really be so concerned with the dollar amount. Just want to make sure that you get even if you get the line, you get a decent number. That's why I say go to the banks. I know you have people that got different programs out here that are telling you they can help you get a business line of credit. We go back to that word we just talked about earlier with that the cost that they're acquiring. You can go to a certain company. You have credit channels and they are out there. I think we did the one on Fundbox or Lendio. You got, and I know that's in the financing playlist. And what they are, they're business credit financing companies, but they deal with people with credit challenges. So they offer products at a higher rate. They're credible, they're reputable. You can Google them. They got good stars on them, good recommendations, but it costs more. And so a lot of times, depending on who you go through, the cost of that line may be so you may can get a better rate. Usually, there's no one cheaper than the bank. Just rule of thumb: the bank is usually the cheapest. You can get other venues that can give you funding or get access to capital outside the bank, but they're usually more expensive. Just got a rule of thumb. So they're out there. And so what I'm saying with that is, at least have a conversation with the bank. Tell them who you are. Let them know what you're trying to do. And if they're not receptive to listening to you, they help you out. Just go to another bank. But relationship banking is key. It'll be the most cheapest thing that you can do. Okay, guys. Also, you look just like you're looking at channels, like mine. Don't be opposed to going to your local community college and try to take you some business 101 classes and stuff like that. I'm a big proponent of Google University and YouTube University. But if you're looking to go big picture wise, leave your job, be a CEO and stuff like that, you don't have a straight business background, I would recommend investing in yourself to kind of go to get some kind of education. I ain't saying get a bachelor's degree. I ain't saying you got to get your associate's degree, but I would kind of try to probably invest in myself to get as much knowledgeable about something about accounting, some about business management, some about advertising, some about marketing. Because what we always say about the CEO, the employee knows a lot about one thing. The CEO, the owner, knows a little bit about a lot of stuff. Because you ain't got to know exactly what every person is doing in your business, right? But you got to know a little bit about everything to make sound decisions, right? That's the key, because we only can do so much by we're working by ourselves. We start expanding, we start scaling. We want to be able to have that knowledge, because the key is of being the owner is what? Working on the business and not in the business. Okay, let me see that. Hope I helped you with that. Thank you for the truth, wisdom, and guidance. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Now I got adios. I got a meeting I got to get to. Again, I want to do that quick live feed, talk about 5 problems to keep people from getting a business loan. If you know anybody interested in getting into tax business, you guys know I've been in business 20 years I'm an accountant by profession, been in tax business. We got the course going. The link for it is in the description section of the video. If you want to purchase the course on how to start your own tax business, the course doesn't teach you the course doesn't teach you how to fill out a 1040 or anything like that, but it gives my system from over 20 years in regards to starting, operating a tax business, marketing the tax business, what you need to be doing year round in regards to the tax business, just if you want to start your own brick and mortar or virtual system. So with that, well, check it out, mind your business. We got that course going. That's awesome right there. So she on the tax business too. That's awesome. That's awesome right there. Cool. Glad to hear that. But again, the course just teaches you how to run your tax business. I'll give my systems with that. Also, make sure you checking subscribe to the channel. Make sure you checking out the oh my god, I'm about to forget. Tell them many people about the different grants we got coming in on the grants playlist. We'll drop at least 2 or 3 grants. We drop those. I know everybody's in different levels in regards to their business, so we got different opportunities out there for everybody. So I want you guys to make sure y'all sharing that information with as many people you know, and tell them to subscribe to the channel as well. If you need to go further, go next level, any kind of appointments or bookings, all the links are in the description section of the video if you need to book a consultation appointments. But before you even go there as far as spending money or anything like that, I think we got enough free information for you guys to take advantage of. So just look to that whole library of the videos we got on Mr. Short Dollar. Guys, I also have my other YouTube channel, Change Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I actually started Changing Lives before I did Mr. Short Dollar like 4 years ago. We kind of had like a little stack of growth with that, but we're going to kickstart Changing Lives beginning of the year. So make sure you check that channel out too. We talk about personal development, family, parenting, some social issues and stuff like that. It's a pretty good show. Again, that was my first channel, but again, that's Changing Lives. Hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Let me see if I can find a link for you guys. I'll put that in there as well. You think your boy gonna be late to his appointment? Let's see. Excuse me. While I'm looking, if anybody else got any other questions, let me know. Let me see. With that. Okay, let's see. And I'm going to put the link for that right now. That's the link for that. You should pop up. You'll see my big jug head come up. But that's my YouTube channel, Change Live. Check that out. Got over 300 videos on that channel too. That's like I said, more personal, family, professional development, a lot of information in regards to just what your career-wise, making career changes, a lot of stuff dealing with parenting, kids. But we're gonna kind of put a little juice into it beginning of the year with that, But again, guys, y'all, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate our love and support you guys have been giving us. Once you guys make sure you're being safe, especially this holiday season. Got a lot of folks acting real crazy right now, so I want you to make sure you being safe, you and your loved ones and stuff, so you can keep looking at Mr. Short Dollar. Take care, you guys. Love you. Be safe and talk to you soon.